If Duncan Keith doesn't score a goal in the last 4 games of the season, he'll set the NHL record for lowest non-zero shooting percentage. He's currently at 0.5%.
Yeah. Woohoo! This is stuff. We are in so weak. Yeah. Can't get any better. Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap Game 88. Oh, the big 8-0 is in the books, and the Hawks... Wait a second. I think we gotta do something special for this one. We gotta reach way up here. Way up there, as far as we can reach. They win! They beat the Blues in St. Louis by a score of 4-3. Not only that, but they beat a Blues team that's desperately fighting for their playoff lives. And not only that, they beat a Blues team who were up 3-1 in this game. We're a couple years late, but the meme still lives. So, it's been a while. It's been 4 days without Blackhawks hockey. It's a long time. Some stories have come out. Some quotes have come from some players, DeBrincat and Kane, talking about, hey, it'd be lovely to spoil the Blues season and prevent them from making the playoffs. And the Hawks have a great chance of doing that because they have 2 games against the Blues in their last 3 games, the first one tonight. So here's the perfect time for them to put those words into action. First period, those words didn't really go into action all that well. Blues came out firing. They were physical, causing some issues for the Hawks. Hawks really having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone, something that they've had trouble with all season, but it really compounded in this first period, at least early on in this first period, and it was only a matter of time before the Blues got on the board. Actually, really early on, there was a wraparound attempt from the Blues that Berube was way out of position on, and Duncan Keith had to make the save. He somehow got his stick and skate on the puck and kept the puck out of the net. Puck got to the goal line, but never completely crossed. It was really close, but no goal. I know during the break, Eddie O kept saying how it looked like the puck completely crossed, but the problem is the angle he was looking at was not a top-down view of it. It was at an angle kind of from the side. And it was one of those optical illusions where, say this is the line here, here's the puck. The puck was up off the ice because it was bouncing a lot in this game for whatever reason. The puck was just jumping. But the puck's up in the air, so there's some space. And if you don't realize that it's up in the air, it looks like, okay, there's some space between the goal line and the puck, so therefore it's all the way over the goal line and should be a good goal. However, if you look at it from top down, it's actually still on the goal line. So no goal, correct call, but 4 minutes in, the Blues would actually make that decision not even matter and take the lead. Connor Murphy with control of the puck, absolutely atrocious turnover from him. He had a terrible first period in this game. Puck makes its way over to Bortuzzo, and he unleashes a wrist shot that finds its way past Berube. There's a lot of traffic in front. Blues take the lead, and they look like a team that wants to make the playoffs. Thankfully, after that, the Hawks kind of start pushing back, start looking a little bit like an NHL team. 9 minutes into the first period, the Blues can't get the puck out of their own zone. Blackhawks take control of it, trying to get a shot off. The puck is just bouncing around everywhere, but it finds its way to Martin's stick, and he sneaks one by Allen. Just an absolute soft goal for Allen to give up. And, of course, Martinson, the pure goal scorer, ties the game up at 1, his first goal as a Blackhawk, and that's how the game would go score-wise into the second period. So the second period starts, and you kind of wish it never even began for the Hawks because they were struggling in the second period. They were having a really tough time with that long change, and the Blues were really making them pay. 47 seconds into the period, the Blues power play just ends. But Dunn takes a shot from the point, rebound from Berube, finds Schen's stick, and he pots home the rebound. Absolutely atrocious defensive coverage by Keith and Seabrook. None of them picked up the 2 guys right in front of Berube. I don't know if they still thought they were on a penalty kill right then, so they were kind of in their box formation, but just not very good at all. And the Blues are up 2-1. And then a little under 6 minutes into the second period, Ruda with the puck, trying to carry the puck into the offensive zone on the rush. And, well, this is why Joe Quenneville likes his defensemen to do stretch passes instead of carry the puck. Ruda turns the puck over, and, well, because it's the second period and there's a long change, his defensive partner, Duncan Keith, thought that he would get the puck in deep, so he goes for a change. Well, Ruda turns the puck over, Tarasenko gets the puck, and we have 0 defensemen back. Breakaway, it's Tarasenko, 5-hole, 3-1 Blues. Seriously, Tarasenko is perfectly capable of scoring goals in normal situations. We don't need to help him out like this. It's just not necessary. Halfway through the second period, the Blues on a power play and with just an absolute great chance to run away with this game here in the second period, in which they are completely dominating in. Schmaltz picks up the puck in the neutral zone, power play winding down. He's just trying to kind of waste some time. He stops in the offensive zone. Hillman jumps into the play. Schmaltz gives it to him, and he just takes a slap shot. And, well, what do you know? It gets by Allen. Just a really bad goal for Allen to give up. There might have been some screen in front, but Allen's got to make that save. And the first career goal for Hillman, a defensive defenseman, is a shorthanded goal. And this game is now 3-2. The Blackhawks would have a power play of their own in the second period, but they got 0 shots on goal, and I don't know if they even got the puck into the offensive zone. It was atrocious. We're not really going to talk about it. The Blues absolutely dominating this game. It should be probably like 6-1, but the fact of the matter is it's 3-2 heading into the third. In the third period, the Blackhawks had the Blues on their heels. The Blues, I think, only had 2 shots through the first 14 minutes of this third period. The Blues were essentially just playing not to lose, and, well, quite frankly, that strategy tends to have the opposite effect. And in addition to that, that strategy tends not to work all that well when you're playing against a team that really has nothing to lose, a team that has players saying this before the game.
They're a good team, and they're fighting for a playoff spot right now. We're not going to go out there and just let them take it. We want to crush their hopes.
8.5 minutes in, DeBrincat with the puck, rushing into the zone, basically all by himself. Just nice curl, drag, change the angle, wrist shot. A very nice release, very quick release. Puts the puck on net, a puck that Allen definitely has to stop, but he doesn't, and this game is tied. So we have a tie game and the clock's winding down. The Blues definitely feeling the pressure here now. But credit to them, they do push back, get a couple really good looks, but Berube says nay to all of them. Then the Hawks get a really good chance of their own. The puck kind of hops on the Blues in the defensive zone. Sharp picks it up. He kind of has a little bit of a breakaway. Gets 2 chances on Allen, but Allen makes the save both times. But Sharp draws the penalty, and with 2 minutes left to go in this game, the Hawks go to the power play. Now, the first power play and the only other power play the Hawks had in this game, they had 0 shots. It was atrocious. And they really haven't shown any reason to think that this one would be any different. So kind of expecting this one to get into overtime and both teams get a point. I don't know if it was like with 30 seconds left, but the Blackhawks had an offensive zone draw, and I remember Pierre saying something around the lines of, nobody's sitting down in the building. Everyone's standing up, exciting, cheering. You could definitely hear and see it on the TV. But I remember kind of mumbling to myself after he said that. I'm like, yeah, because they want to see the Blackhawks score here. And, of course, I said that in absolute jest because I didn't even believe such a thing would happen. But 8.5 seconds left to go in the game. DeBrincat with a beautiful pass over to Keith, who one-time slap shots through 2 players and then passed to Allen for his biggest goal of the year, which is also his second goal of the year. And the Hawks win this game 4-3. Not only win it, they steal this game and really put a dent into the Blues' playoff chances. You know, for a season that's been really crappy, at least relatively speaking, for the expectations the Hawks have had over the last decade, there's been some fun moments. We had the 10-1 victory over the defending champion Penguins in the first game of the season. We had the Scott Foster story last week. Then we had tonight. There's been some fun moments in a relatively ugly season. And I guess what I'm trying to say is it can always be worse. This season could have been just absolutely atrocious and no fun at all, but at least we've been able to have some fun with it. With 2 games remaining, at least we can say that. Up next for the Hawks, well, they have 2 games left to go in this season. Next one being against the Blues once again, this time in Chicago. Hopefully a lot of Chelsea Dagger is being played. It'll be their last home game for this season. And I think depending on what happens in the next Ducks and the next Avalanche games, we could officially be able to knock the Blues out of the playoffs with that game. So definitely looking forward to that. Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the big win down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you again next time.